Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another episode of Daily Crypto Network, where we bring you the latest and brightest news of the past week. We are back and to share with you more on what has happened this past week in the crypto market. A lot has been going on as far as price, as far as news, as far as adoption, all across the border. Blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies is the hottest topic, and we're here to bring you all of that right now today. If you haven't done yet, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you comment as well. We enjoy to read your feedback. And listen, before we get started, we must inform you this is not financial advice. Any decision you take outside of this video is solely your responsibility and not ours. And with all of this being taken in consideration, DCN Army, let's go. First article of the day, what do we have for you? Something interesting, something that's going to blow your mind. Regardless of price, and if we're not familiar with price at the time, I think we can have a look right here. It's going to appear on this website. Boom. For example, Ethereum is $2,743 at the moment. Bitcoin is around 40K. So this article is about the amount of Ethereum addresses that's been growing in the past year. So Ethereum addresses have steadily increased since last year, and it's continuing to increase. And whales are also bagging up more Ethereum, at least they were recently, not anymore maybe. And so yeah, the Ethereum network gained 18.36 million addresses with a balance greater than zero in 2021. That is a lot of growth for Ethereum. That is a lot of more individuals that have actually entered the crypto market and have purchased Ethereum. This is just a lot of good news, good metrics to understand that more people are continuing to adopt Ethereum into their portfolios. They're thinking that it is a great investment in the long term, and this is why the amount of addresses have been increasing. Boom, more news for your head top. Let's continue to move forward with a crypto music app that is based off of blockchain technology. We're speaking about Audius. They are getting ready to bridge from Ethereum to Solana. This is going to be incredible because in this way, the Solana ecosystem can also be familiarized with Audius, the crypto music app. The users of Audius, they will be able to actually target a bigger audience now that we've moved on also to another blockchain. That is great news for Audius. And here we're going to get into the first article about a country today. We're going to speak about Bulgaria. Bulgaria has decided to list Bitcoin and Ethereum on the Bulgarian Stock Exchange. And this will happen via a ETN, which is pretty much an exchange traded note. And this will also happen via exchange traded commodities as well. And so in this case, users or traders in this case wouldn't actually be able to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum directly or trade directly the cryptocurrencies, but they will be basically going through these ETCs and ETNs for greater exposure. And it's also interesting to have a look at the link down below because there's more into the history of Bulgaria and cryptocurrency. It appears here that in 2017, local authorities confiscated 213,519 Bitcoin from illegal miners. So if this is true, then Bulgaria might just be holding a really big bag of Bitcoin. But since then, there actually hasn't been much more details or responses to where this confiscated amount of Bitcoin has gone to. But definitely have a look at the link down below. All of the articles that we go through are obviously in the link down below. You can go check them out as well. Boom, now we're going to move on to the United States of America, where we're speaking about Colorado. Colorado has passed a bill. The governor of Colorado has actually decided that cryptocurrency will be accepted for state taxes. This will happen as soon as this summer, And yeah, this is amazing news for the Colorado residents. They will be able to pay their taxes with Bitcoin. This is adoption on a huge level for Bitcoin. Just 2 years ago, Bitcoin wasn't even legal tender in El Salvador. I believe 3 years ago or 2 years ago as well, there were no institutional investors that were publicly informing the world that they were investing in Bitcoin. And now we're speaking about a US state that is going to accept crypto for state taxes. This is incredible news for the state of Colorado that will be able to actually pretty much cultivate a good amount of cryptocurrencies as well from state taxes. And yeah, this is just adoption on another level. We're speaking about real states, real governments, real centralized governments that are moving forward with the adoption of decentralized digital assets that bank the unbanked. That's what we're speaking about today. More news for your head top, and we're speaking obviously this time around about Twitter. Twitter has now allowed their users to add Ethereum addresses onto the mobile app. This will allow them to actually use Ethereum as a tipping option, and just more adoption from Twitter with cryptocurrencies in general. We already know that for a while now, like it's been a couple of months, Bitcoin has already been integrated. The Lightning network of Bitcoin has already been integrated and approved as a tipping option with Twitter. And they've already actually accepted as well the ability to verify NFT profile pictures. And now they're moving towards Ethereum. So it's just a lot of adoption coming from Twitter, one of the largest social media apps in the world. They're getting ready to continue to move forward with cryptocurrency and how it can also be beneficial for its user base. More news, and this time we're speaking about crypto startups. So Fidelity alumni, so one of their digital asset firms, Castle Island Ventures, has raised $250 million, which will be targeted to crypto startups. Anyone in any actual group of people that are getting ready to build monetary networks, all sorts and kinds of financial services and internet architecture that would be adapted to the Web3. They're basically saying that if you're creating a crypto startup, ring them up. They have the funds. They have the funds to back your idea. They have the funds to back your startup. So that is great for you. Make sure that you go keep that in mind in case you are on the verge of creating a crypto startup. Why not benefit from this article that we've shared with you? Boom, more news for your head top. ConocoPhillips, which is actually headquartered in Texas. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Austin, Texas. They are one of the biggest oil and gas companies in the world, and they are interested in using Bitcoin mining to reduce gas flaring emissions. And this is a very profitable way to actually reduce these gas emissions. And why not use Bitcoin mining where you're also adopting the technology behind it, which is blockchain technology. Here we have a couple of photos on what they've already begun doing. We recommend you have a closer look at this link down below. But oil and gas companies are also getting interested in Bitcoin mining. Of course, it is a type of energy that can be reused, reduced, and recycled. More news, we're speaking about the United Arab Emirates now. They're looking forward to actually pretty much putting their foot on the pedal. They want to attract global crypto companies and build mining ecosystems. They definitely want to be a big player in the future of the crypto market and all of its subcategories. So they are getting ready to find some type of framework around legislation and allow locals to have some sort of blueprint so they can create business and invest and profit from the current evolution that's happening with crypto in general. And you see all of this is happening during price action, during the moments where the prices have dropped, and a lot of people are just like panicking, a lot of FOMO, a lot of this, that, and the third. The DCN community, we're not about that. We're about following what the latest news say, share, and how we can adopt more strategies to actually benefit from this market. Am I not correct? Boom, more news for you. Heads up. We're speaking about the Winter Olympics, as mentioned before by the Daily Crypto Network. The Central Bank of China will launch and pilot their CBDC during the Winter Olympics to see how it works. They've done this also in the trainway stations in Hong Kong, or it's Beijing, one of the two. And it's been going well for them. They've been using a lot of different types of events and moments to use their CBDC. And here they have actually recorded that 2 million digital yuan per day has been used in the form of digital yen. This is great news. It's the latest trial, as mentioned here. And the digital yuan, or ECNY, is being tested, of course, at the Beijing Winter Olympics. And this is just great news. So the 2 million yuan would basically round out to be around $315,000. These are payments that are happening each day at the Olympics. And it's just a lot of adoption. People are getting used to the idea of using digital formats to actually spend money and share money. This is a lot of trials that we have to go through so it can become more mainstream for people to use and become what we could call second nature at some point. Now we're still a long way from that, but you see that we're going through trials throughout the entire world with CBDCs, Bitcoin adoption, and everything that we've just gone through, guys. This is an amazing video. If you haven't dropped a like yet, make sure you drop a like right now. More news for your head top. We're speaking about Chainlink. They have reached a praise from the central bank, Bank of America, centralized bank, excuse me. This is because Chainlink could potentially drive mainstream adoption for blockchain technology. This is due to their oracles that are in their blockchain. These oracles actually allow for real world data to be transmuted and transferred onto the blockchain, and this can be secured in a new fashion and definitely also transferred in a new fashion. So it's just a new way that we share data, and we can finally extract real world data and put it onto the blockchain via Chainlink. And this is why Bank of America is very interested in the growth of Chainlink, and we definitely recommend you have a closer look down below. Chainlink has been doing a lot on the side as of lately. Their price at the moment is probably under $15, and Chainlink has been doing a lot of adoption, a lot of different types of integration around the world to provide better solutions. They've also just begun not too long ago their deployment of smart contracts. So this is also incredible as well. And for one of the greatest updates of the week, we are so happy to share this with you. Ukraine has legalized Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. This has been backed by the National Commission for Securities, the stock market. It has been actually voted and won by 270 votes. I think they had to have a minimum of like 226, something along those lines, and they blew past it with 270 votes. So it's very popular among Ukraine officials to have Bitcoin legalized, and this still does not mean that the country has made Bitcoin legal tender as a way of payment, but Bitcoin has been recognized. It will also be monitored and regulated constantly by the National Commission for Securities, the stock market of Ukraine, and the National Bank. They are in charge of this forever and for as long as it continues. But yes, Ukraine has legalized Bitcoin. It has happened. Round of applause. And we got some more news for you. Head top. Joe Biden, the U.S. President of America, is preparing an executive order on cryptocurrencies. As we've mentioned last video, as we've shared in our Telegram that we constantly encourage you to be a part of, so many U.S. states are actually moving forward with cryptocurrencies or have actually seen benefits with the adoption of cryptocurrencies. So now Joe Biden and the Biden administration has probably been pressed enough, and now they actually need to come out with some formal declaration or formal speech announcement about cryptocurrencies, and we are going to look forward to this later in the week, and we will be here to share with you what has been announced. We definitely recommend you read the link down below, but we are going to find out what the US thinks about cryptocurrency from the president himself. So this has major effects and consequences, and also benefits in the long run. We will have a closer look when he comes out with this executive order. We will be here to share it with you. And one last article for the DCN community. Here we are, EU. Now we're speaking about what's happening in Europe. The largest asset manager, Mundi, which is based in France, if I'm not mistaken, is moving into the NFT, non-fungible token world. They are looking to invest in NFTs. Here below, we actually see that they think, quote unquote, ultimately, we cannot rule out that NFTs will also become an investable asset. And this is just, well, they say here will also become, so maybe they're also referring to metaverse and maybe also cryptocurrencies, who knows. But Mundi, the largest asset manager in Europe, is looking forward to investing in NFTs, and that is huge. Daily Crypto Network, we are pleased to have every single one of you a part of our DCN community. Thank you so much for tuning into this Saturday's video. We wish you a great day ahead, and make sure you turn on post notifications. Make sure you follow us on social media. All of our links down below. We are headed to the moon, and we can't do it without you, DCN community. Have a great rest of your week as well. Stay fresh, stay clean. Ciao, ciao.